Okay, game time. Division 7. We got We Showed Up, one of my favorite team names. So they don't have anything else going for them, but hey, at least they're here. Going up against the Lambs today. So we have some Lambs to the slaughter apparently. Yeah, and we are on Braxis. So to the left side, Phantom Swarm on Sylvanas. We got Paul on ETC, Crown on Anduin, Tam Nephilim on Tassadar, and Torab Xe on Sonya. Whereas to the right side of the map, the Lambs to the slaughter. We have Netabis on Reyna, Super Mage on Johanna. It's a little bit of a weird name for a tank, to be honest. Then Quarizmi on Chromie, and
Yay!
Shut up. And Aiki guy on Stukov and Togame on Artanis. She's just way too excited whenever it comes to that shit. Like, I don't know what to do with that girl, to be honest with you. I guess the only thing that honestly, initially, the only thing that he could really do was, but she likes it.
Yay!
She likes it way too much. Yeah, you got a point there, my friend, but what can you do? Chromie was always a little bit of a weird one, so yeah. Okay, but we are on Braxis, top lane. We got an Artanis over here, so that's already a wasted pick, but hell, let's see what they can actually do with that, right? Artanis in a solo setup against Sonya. Now, this is obviously Division 7, so we're looking at players that are generally speaking between bronze and gold, on average, of course. I mean, there's outliers. It's a big division in Heroes Lounge. But yeah, generally speaking, that's roughly where we're at here. So, technically speaking, if that Sonya kind of knows what she's doing, she should pretty much wreck Artanis topside. But also, Artanis on level 1 going in Protector of Aya. This is a weird talent, to be honest. I talked about it a little bit in the past. When it got introduced, I really thought that, at least in Brawls, it could be absolutely insane. Full on 6 City, but instead, it's not really doing anything. It just feels like one of those talents that doesn't give you any proper value, especially in a normal game. I mean, even in Brawls, it's a little bit of a chore to get enough. So it's more than a little bit of a problem. But it's beacon time! So, top side, the spin to win. And a little bit of slam action. But after tapping the fountain, he's actually winning for now. Sonya, of course, is now taking the fountain too. And that should help them to recover this one. Then again, bot side, they already lost the beacon too. So the progress bar is slowly filling up for the red team. The Lambs to the slaughter. We're going to find out if they're going to get slaughtered in this one. But again, the blue team showed up, and they're showing up now at the bottom beacon. There's a potential killer on the ETC. The slide and the kill. Johanna down. But Chromie comes in and takes ETC apart just as he tries to move away from this one. But now they hold both of the beacons. So top side has pretty much gone exactly as expected. Artanis is starting to really struggle against Sonya. And Sonya therefore has beacon control, and with the kill against Johanna at the bottom of the map, this is also happening. Level 4 talents ready for both teams now, whereas the blue team is apparently reading talent descriptions. At least they're not picking. Okay, we got Hurricane now in, and Sylvanas decided, well, I got a dagger icon on level 4 as well, so let's go for that too. Unstable poison. Let's just hope that we're going to get the wave after all on level 7. But as you can see, top side, that's where the red team started to shift things a little bit. So they need to assist Artanis here. And therefore, they can take the control. Sonya is still very much alone. But of course, that also means that at the bottom of the map, you just have no chance of taking that beacon back. Hello? Hello? Hello, team? Okay, there we go. I thought Caster Curse is hitting, and it's hitting hard. Top side gets a few more heroes trying to connect here, but cams have been taken now too. And up at the top, they're actually reclaiming this. It's a 3 versus 3, and the Zerg are in 100% against 18. Okay, so they were able to slide that one in, and now the bot lane is going to be under pressure, and there is a little bit of a lack of proper wave clear for the Lambs. They got Johanna, but there's a force wall already in play, trying to, well, shut Johanna down. Didn't really help. The Super Mage. He's not only a mage, he's Super Mage. I really don't know if he has any special abilities or something like that, but I would really like to see them, and I think at this point they also need them, since they are in trouble down here. That fountain should be toast if anybody wants to take it down. The minions alone are already wrecking that thing. Top side, Sonya should be able to defend that, and Artanis is dead too. He does what he does best. Yeah, dying. But down here we have a trade. Jimmy gets eliminated. ETC also falls. Now the level 7 abilities are ready for both teams, and festering wounds are in. Oh, the super mage, but he still has everything that he needs, aka the Iron Skin. Now let's come back to Artanis for just a moment. He's sitting at 63 stacks right now. Again, that is nothing. It sounds amazing. It really sounds amazing, but it just isn't, as you can see right here. So 63 stacks, yeah. I don't really think that we're going to see any big moves from him throughout the game. 8,000 damage for him. It's not really all that much less than what we're seeing for Sonya, but as the game continues, we can expect Sonya to have more of an impact in this one. Now, camps are taken on both sides. There were already heavy pings on the map in an attempt to just simply focus on those real quickly. Two goes down. Bottom of the map, a little bit more poke towards the fort, which is also falling. And that's one of the problems, honestly, of Braxa. If you are in a situation where you lose your fountain and you lose your fort, then it's so much harder for you to fight for the beacon whenever the objective is back up, so that could be a little bit tricky. Looks like Artanis nearly got a kill at the top side. How did that happen? Did Sonya stumble and hit her head, or what happened? So, fountain ready for both. A little bit more spin to win action, and of course Artanis has to be careful now too, because he is going up against Sonya and the camps. There's a little bit more to it. Same time now down here. Netabis is doing his thing, and still 42 stacks for Sylvana, 60 stacks for Tacita, and yep, he is in trouble. That's a B button right there. Someone has to rotate over and take experience and help him out, because he is not going to be able to do anything. Artanis is just sitting tight, waiting for someone to relieve him, and that's happening finally. Spear is missing, or that could have been maybe even the kill. Alright, there comes Sylvanas trying to take another camp with the rest of the team, but the beacon's activating another 20, and there is the fountain advantage that we talked about earlier for We Showed Up. So, yeah, for this first game. Okay, so there's the slide once more, as they're starting to make the play, or at least trying to. So far, so good, and off we go. What do we get here? Now that we have top side 2 already standing, that's another bit of a problem. Down on the bottom of the map, on the other hand, level 10 abilities will come through for We Showed Up in a second. And once they have that, it's not really a big window, but maybe, you know, with a good mosh pit or something, I could even make a play here. Level 10s are in. Sonya, as you would expect, going for the proper ult. ETC is looking for that mosh pit. Chromie. Oh, there's a quick destruction of the combo. Light bomb comes out, but they're still right underneath that fort, and there's the blessed shield, and ETC is down. But at least they get the counter kill against Johanna. Alright, so it's a trade, 1 for 1. Trying to take Stukov down too. That didn't really work all too well, but they are able to move out without losing another hero. Now up here, Sonya still in the 1 versus 1, and yeah, she's kind of wrecking Artanis here, so goodbye, my friend. Gets the shield, but that's a kill. Okay, there we go. And for everybody that still thinks that Artanis is an absolutely amazing hero, we're going to look at that again, just so that you have a bit of an idea what's happening there. So Artanis gets absolutely murdered, gets a shield, even that doesn't help him. Sonya turns around, slams him in the ground, and well, that's a big win here. That's a typical Artanis play for you. That's the reason why you don't pick that hero. So he goes up against the real offlaner, and all of a sudden Artanis gets wrecked. But in this case, it seems like also Reyna's a little bit of a glutton for punishment as he tries to move in. Bottom of the map, Stuko falling 6 kills to 3 at this point, so there's that. Also got now the move with pressure for the fort again. 12 points on the beacon against 0 right now. So each team gets the 100 first. And there it is! Oh, the black hole ladies! That is kind of sexy. That was a good one. Artanis had enough at the top side, and I was like, Daddy, this girl is mean to me! And the rest of the team said, well, I just go down to the bottom of the map and try your best there. But yeah. So, now with the top side, they already heard... Oh, careful. Yeah, she's spinning out of that quickly. I don't really think that he realized how many heroes were rotating up and nearly engaged into them. So Chromie is very much alone at the bottom, trying to use her massive wave clear to save the fort as the wave comes through. Well, the wave, aka one Ultralisk. Yeah, that force wall showed that Ultralisk who's boss. That force wall, I mean, again, that force wall, you know, the Ultralisk was about to destroy the entire fort, then the force wall came out, and then it was like, yeah, if that's the case, and I'm gonna rethink that. But yeah, obviously there's gonna be a level 13 talent in just a few seconds, and with the help of Sylvanas, they can heavily push topside right now. It's a good setup for We Showed Up. Definitely showing up at the top lane now. ETC still beat up a little bit. That black hole did not connect with anything, so that didn't quite work out the way that Artanis was probably envisioning that we would play here. Sonya is now going up against Artanis at the bottom of the map and is going to try and push for the fort. I would be very, very surprised if she didn't get the fort. Oh! The power slide! Alright, Sonya with a kill at the bottom of the map against Artanis, but that power slide was sexy as hell, just when you need it. So let's take another quick look at that. That was actually a cool kill. So they were sitting there, ETC comes in, sees the angle, slides in, bam! Gets two. That's of course a massive push also with the Guardians all the way up at the top, so nicely done, good job. That's 10 kills against 4 now, and the momentum is heavily now in favor of We Showed Up. They're definitely showing up on this first map. It's a best of 3 series, of course. On the damage side, we can take a close look at it. We have 38,000 for Sylvanas, so she's looking pretty solid here. 29k for Chromie, trying to fire away from a long distance. No boss attempts just yet, so didn't see anything on that end. Nobody going for a bit of a throw here. Okay, Jojo still has the blessed shield up, could use it if the shit hits the fan and she needs to, but yep, that's exactly what she does. On the retreat, hits it quickly and makes sure that everybody is able to walk away from this one. Could have backfired for sure for them. But no, we're good to go. 1.5 level lead, we got 10 against 4 kills. Artanis is at the bottom of the map now. 156 stacks, again, it's not really a whole lot. How much is that? 15% extra damage? It sounds amazing, but it's not really all that great. Even if he gets like twice the damage output that he previously has, it's not really going to do anything for him either. 118 stacks on the other side for Sylvanas is maybe not something to write home to mama about, but it's still getting her some solid damage on the board, as we could already tell earlier. So now it's all about the level 16 talent the blue team is soon going to get here. And at the bottom of the map, here comes the push once again. Deacon's activating another 30. The swap attempt, and it barely misses. ETC, on the other hand, gets interrupted just as he's about to drop the mosh pit on them. No dance party. Red team is German, confirmed. No fun here. This is serious business. There is no dancing allowed in this game. ETC is dead, gets punished for his attempt to bring a little bit of fun and yeah, party time into the game here, but they get the counter kill against Artanis, so there's that. And now level 16 talents ready to go, and that couldn't come at the worst time, of course. Top keep is also down, which is another big problem. That catapult and the camp that was taken was more than enough for them to take that. Jojo's pretty much alone in the attempt to take the beacon over, and yeah, Sonya's already moving in for it. The rest of the team is also running away. Tassadar sees the opportunity for a wall, and he uses it. The problem is that that wall doesn't do a whole lot. That's the direction that they want to walk towards, so that wall is slightly off. He definitely got an F for geometry in school. That's what that looked like. But yeah, the thought was there though. The thought was there, and it was a good one. 50% now on the beacon, and everybody rotating back towards the point here. Artanis is dead again. At this point, I don't really know if I should highlight that anymore, because again, it's pretty much the purpose of the game. If you're playing Artanis, you're trying to be the cannon fodder for the team. If the opponent attacks you first, at least you can soak a little bit of damage. Oh, Stukov got wrecked though. Whew. Oh, baby. Like, the Admiral, he didn't really think... Ah, that's a proper wall. Look, that's the wall that we need. Unfortunately for them, there's the blessed shield from Johanna, and it actually turns against the blue team, and Sylph goes down. Maybe the start of a comeback. Problem is, this is another 100% versus 0% Zerg wave, so a huge push. They won't have to send anybody towards the top to defend here. It's, again, a lone Ultralisk with a couple of Zerglings that are coming in and trying to just simply take that one down. They might, like, even if they get the fort, who cares? Out at the bottom of the map, this is where the real party starts now in the attempt to take the second keep down. One is obviously already gone, that one up at the top. ETC finally wants to have a little bit of party time, but he gets sniffed out by Jojo. She uses the flashlight. There's again the slide, the wall, and the kill. Nice. Jojo down, and we are headed straight for another eliminated keep. 14 kills to 6 so far. Tannis looking for the swap, doesn't find him. Only one that hasn't died yet is Chromie. And, well, is that going to be the end? Sylvanas isn't with the team. She's on her way, though, so that helps. Top 4 has obviously fallen to that Zerg wave, but that setup down here at the bottom of the map definitely has what it takes to take them down. On the other hand, Tacitus low, so is ETC, and Sonya kinda as well. But if they get another kill here, oh, and they might, then they could potentially take the core down. Party time, finally! ETC makes them dance. Even the Germans over here can't resist him. Yeah, I mean, that guy has just way too much rhythm, you know? You gotta move your feet when that happens. Talking about moving, at this point he power slides in again for another stun, and they follow up another kill, taking Stukov down. That could be another kill even. The smash is in. Sonya down, but not before she takes down Johanna. Well done. Core doesn't take damage, though. They have 5 versus 1, and they're like, run away! Run away! They're up against Chromie. They're afraid of Chromie. I mean, there are 3 of them, you know? So, you gotta play that careful. So, they're just moving in. They're saying, guys, let's play this. Let's play this safe. Honestly, I know what happened. You know what happened too. They were about to go for the core, and then someone on the team was like, guys, stop, right now, stop. There's still mercenary camps on the map. We have to take them first. That's the rule. We have to go for that. I'm not making the rules here, I'm just following them. We have to take the mercenary camps back first. And they go for the boss before they have level 20, so they actually want to give the opponent a chance to come back into this. And they steal the boss away! And they get 3 kills together with it. Fantastic. God, I love Division 7. It's fucking beautiful. ETC is about to go down to... Alright, let's take another look at this. This was just too good. Over here, boss gets taken. Jimmy walks in, says thank you very fucking much. Takes it. Then they get the kill on Sylph. What a beautiful setup here. You gotta appreciate that. I mean, you really have to. This is like glorious. This is typical Division 7 right here. They could have ended as Chromie was the only one on the map. They decided to go for the boss. Didn't have level 20. Kind of thought that they had the fight in the bag anyways and were quickly proven wrong. Now, there's still catapults down here that will soon be on the core, and that's not only happening at the bottom lane. We actually see the same thing also coming in from the top. Artanis, they pretty much decided that he's only good against minions, so that's what he has. He has 5 catapults. We're only 17 minutes in, so that doesn't really do a whole lot yet. Can you imagine 5 catapults like 20 minutes into the game? That would be disastrous. But they try to get the objective. To be fair, if they get the objective too, they might just have a chance. It's 19 kills against 10 now overall, but we nearly have level 20 for the Lambs as well. 98 minutes. Fat-fingered! Alright, yep, and we have that replay button. We're gonna look at that again, because this is so good. It's like minions want to dance as well. Time to party. Okay. On the other hand, now Artanis goes down. That might just be it. The black hole hitting 4. Alright, it's black hole time, ladies and gentlemen. And in comes Sylvanas with even more damage. She's gonna get another one, isn't she? Oh, of course she is. Bam! Stukov is down too. That's 3 eliminated. Tazada and his boys are about to take Reyna down as well, and then they can simply go for the core. I assume they're gonna go for the objective instead. Yes, of course. Objective gets pinged immediately. It's like, guys, this is our chance. This is our chance. Let's go for it. And one guy is like, dude, like, we can go for the core. And it's like, are you crazy? It's the Chromie. No, but yeah, one goes top side. Okay, so all jokes aside right now. Sonya goes for the objective, says like, let's take that too, but let's push the bottom of the map anyways. So yeah, it's the right play. All jokes aside, it's honestly the right play. There's just a few seconds that Sonya is missing. That's absolutely worth getting the objective here. Why would you not go for it? And then they still make the play for the core here. So yeah, there we go. And that honestly should be it. I mean, Chromie is doing what she can here, and she honestly gets some serious damage in against Phantom Swarm on his Sylvanas. But the core is already down to 60%. Ooh, that could be a kill. And indeed it is. One down. Can they get the kill against Tazada? Catapults on the core now too, so that doesn't help. And that is potentially game. Maybe not. 4%. Catapults. The Winions take it. GG. We showed up with the lead against the Lambs to the slaughter here in Division 7 of Heroes Lounge. We show up. We showed up. Oh, yeah, they definitely showed up. They showed up on map number 1, and that's why they have a lead in this best of 3 now. And we are on our second map, Battlefield of Eternity. Paul switched from ETC to Jimmy. So apparently, after he just started to dance in the middle of motherfucking nowhere, the team decided that he is now relieved of his tank position and instead put on the damage dealer. It's like, dude, you only have to right-click. So Tamnefil plays Liming for them. We have Torapxe on Arthas, Crown on Anna, and Gorn on Mal'Ganis. Whereas on the right side of the map, we got Neptipus on Greymane, Super Mage for the Lambs to the Slaughter on Murden, and Quarizim on Tazada, Aikigai on Rega, and Tokame on Zagara of all heroes. I mean, honestly, I'll take that Zagara over Atanas. I'll take that Zagara over Atanas any day of the week. So, you go, girl. Queen of the Zerg Queen right there. I still gotta say, am I the only one who looks at Super Mage and is like, dude, something's wrong here? Either you need to change your nickname, or you need to start playing different heroes. I mean, one of the two. You can't have it both ways. You can't just run around and call yourself a Super Mage, and in reality, you're just like attacking every single time. So something is definitely off here. But either way, we have him with Third Wind now, so he can definitely take the poke damage. Battlefield of Eternity, and we have Exterminator as the level 1 talent on Jimmy. To be fair, we had it also on the last map, which helped, of course, with the objective from the boss too. But that now also means that we are going for some... Ooh, Greymane! Goodbye, my friend. Yeah, Jimmy and Liming getting the first kills in. No, but I was just about to say, we have good damage against the Immortal. From we showed up quite a bit actually, and they also have the Nano Boost plus Liming combo, and that's pretty powerful too. Here comes Mal'Ganis, goes literally for the sleeper setup, and Gorn comes in. Could we get like a terrorist skin for Gorn? I mean, he literally has his little sleeper cell or something. Wouldn't that be amazing? You make fun of sleeper cells and also put a new skin in. I don't really know how that would work, but we need something that makes fun of Deckard and Mal'Ganis for just putting people to sleep. Maybe a little bit of a Sandman skin. That's probably better. That's way better. Yeah, get a little bit of a Sandman skin in there. That would be kind of cool. But either way. So, we don't have a Deckard, unfortunately. But yeah, the old man is actually making his way back into Heroes of the Storm meta on the top level, which is kind of cool. So we've seen him a little bit more just recently, which I like a lot. And yeah, top side, 2v1. Apparently Arthur is having a bit of trouble. Can't really blame him. It's always annoying when you're going up against a range damage dealer when you are melee. So yeah. Right now, what do we have? Deathlord and Dominance. Okay, Dominance is in, trying to go for those follow-up kills. That's a shit ton of creep spread over here. How is there so much creep spread? They literally got an Arthur's. I mean, he can just walk through with the Frozen Tempest and then take them down. So, guys, if you... Like, that Zagara is absolutely crushing top lane. Tokame is sitting, I mean, he has mana problems, if anything, but they are putting pressure onto those walls already as is, and the vision alone is just nuts at this point. You can literally tell where Arthas was moving most of the time. There's no creep tumors there. Yeah, here he comes with a little snowflake. But now that Zagara is still pushing, the rest of the red team has an open shot on the Immortal, and they're using it right away. Taking that for the halftime show. Yeah, one more hit. And maybe two. Yeah, there we go. Maybe. Yeah, there we have it. Jimmy, on the other hand, has started to fight back a bit up at the top and has done some significant damage. I mean, it's nothing too crazy just yet, but it's getting there. Everybody else is also starting to slowly move away from this one. Okay. Let's go. Tassadar in trouble. No mana either. Gets the wall out again. But also moves away. And can tap the fountain. Jimmy is murdering it though. Yeah, even nerfed a bit, but Exterminator is still great. And the Immortal is just sitting there and gets eliminated. This is kind of weird to other people that Immortal is actually not really fighting back. I mean, you are a massive, what is this, a god or something? Nephilim? I have no clue, but you are like a massive boss type thingy with a sword in you, and there's like that tiny guy with his machine gun, and you don't even bother turning around and just like, you know, just like cutting him in half with that sword. So it's always a little bit awkward to me. It feels a little bit weird. But yeah. Oh, they're a little bit self-absorbed. They're only really dealing with themselves here, but yeah. That actually hit. Mal'Ganis is at the bottom of the map. I'm not so sure why he's the one that takes over on the solo lane for now. The top side, that's of course a 4-man push. And it's kind of incredible that they won that in the first place. The wall is out again, but that's not going to save the gate from falling. The two towers are already down. The only question, honestly, that remains with the first objective is can they take the fort too? It's a bit unlikely, but not out of the realm of possibility here. There's Zagara down at the bottom of the map. She's starting to push Mal'Ganis slowly back on lane, but that's also good damage. A nice lockdown here with a Howling Blast against 2 from Arthas. Job well done. And yeah, 95 stacks for Tassadar. There's at least some hope. 9 stacks also for Muradin. He's connecting his Stormbolts. It's also an Icebound Fortitude, by the way. Zagara went into Serrated Spines. I'm never really so sure about this in a normal game, because in Brawls is obviously the talent that you want to go for. But when you're playing in an actual game, you normally don't get a lot of attacks in. Auto attacks are very difficult because you have to get so more close to the action and you don't really want to be there. You're pretty squishy, and if your opponent coordinates well, then you're in trouble. Especially, of course, with those Sleep Darts, with those Howling Blasts. There's just like so many tools available to control movement before we showed up. So there's definitely some of that stuff going on. But right now, Arthas is just simply getting outplayed a little bit by all of this. So I see that. But yeah, top side. Gorn gets slowly poked down by Tassadar too, so he needs to be a bit careful. And then put the bottom of the map. Arthas like, I hate this game. Now, there is a bit of a problem. We're talking a lot about this, but if you look at the composition, we have pretty much 3 backliners now for the Lambs. So we are looking at 2 frontliners plus 2 damage dealers, a traditional setup for We Showed Up. Can also go into a triple melee, of course. But the 1 melee, 3 backliners is a really shitty combo. It's something that has, at the beginning of Heroes of the Storm, been tried by a lot of the top teams, and very quickly they moved away from it. It's just in teamfights later on so much superior to have an additional melee hero that can shield the backline a little bit, and usually those melee heroes also come with more CC that you can use against an opponent. And as the game continues, the death timers obviously increase, and that has a massive impact on how you play the game. Now, you can try to have one character like Zagara just ignore those fights a little bit and find value somewhere else on the map, but it will be tricky. So the setup is gonna be very, very squishy that they're running here, especially when it comes to those 5 versus 5 battles later on in the game. Zagara gets some value right now and gives them an earlier... He walked right into this one. And gives them an... and gets punished for it too. I like it. So they capitalized on the mistake of Mal'Ganis and take it down. Good job. Nicely done by the Lambs. But yeah, so Zagara is getting them a bit more experience for now, but late game will be more problematic. It was actually kind of funny because to me one of the funniest things is that even 1.5 years after the top players back in the days, ooh, wow, another boost here. Yeah, after the top players in the game have already, you know, played double tank, double frontline, triple frontline. When you looked at Hero League back then, now Storm League, most of the players there still didn't get the memo that triple backline is bad. And then when you started drafting and you know what you were doing, you drafted that second tank, that second offlaner, and they are all of a sudden like, oh my god, we don't have enough damage, lost in draft, lost in draft. You guys remember that time? I mean, it still happens sometimes, but back then it was just insane, and it really showed that Blizzard did a shitty job promoting the pro scene, because it took 1.5 years for the players in the game to finally realize that having 2 melee heroes or even 3 in your team doesn't mean that you're losing the game, but that stacking that CC is totally worth it, and that you are all of a sudden just a machine with coordination to kill teams. So it was always funny and, well, so funny and sad at the same time to see. Anyways, we see another Immortal moving now down to the bottom of the map. Jimmy has again made it possible for them, even with a kill against Mal'Ganis, they were able to get it. But this one gets murdered much, much bigger now. And topside is again that setup with Zagara and also Arthur's. Zagara, on the hand, is a bit low here, even has to maul him. And for good reason, the Howling Blast connected. If she doesn't use the maul here and locks him down, they're in trouble. Bloodlust! And there is the kill against the bad of the go. Nice. We have Calamity for Li Ming. I really like it. I mean, for Division 7, you gotta admit that these guys have mostly proper builds. So that's kind of cool. Especially with the Li Ming setup. Let's see what she was able to bring so far. That's 35,000 damage. That's actually top damage in the game for now. So, nicely done. Arthur's, by the way, at 4,000. He's just sitting on that off lane, going up against Zagara and all those roaches that she sends out. And, yeah, it's rough. Down at the bottom of the map, though, another camp is about to be taken. They're still at leading experience, on the other hand. So it's 2 for 2 kills. Zagara's creep tumors have finally been taken down, so apparently they told Arthur, listen dude, even if you can't kill her, just take those creep tumors down. It's gonna be a huge problem in the later stages of the game if she's able to maintain all that creep. Tassadar is, by the way, stacking quickly. He's at 190 stacks, and Gorn goes down again. Mal'Ganis is suffering over here. Mal'Ganis down, Zagara by now in 65 stacks. Ooh, the counter kill against Muradin. The dwarf is dead, ladies. And now we should actually see the healing static for him. Level 13 talents. A little bit quicker for them. Oh, nearly another kill as we see Li Ming jumping in with the Calamity. Should be Illusionist, of course, now on level 13 for her. Let's see, Muradin hasn't made a choice yet either. Went for the Skullcracker on level 7. Just pointing that out. And Zagara is still pushing the top. Now, they could set someone else up. Ganking her a couple of times would also work. Over here, of course, the Immortal is again under attack, and Zagara won't be able to defend this by herself, so she's just sitting on lane. But you can already tell that as long as they have someone just mirroring her, they're not getting a whole lot of value out of this one. That's an easy halftime show victory for We Showed Up. They're showing up and they're crushing right now. There we go. Thunderstrike! What? Where's my healing static, bro? Dude, you're you're solo tanking. You need more survivability, my friend. Yeah, that is not the talent you want to go for. Damage is not a problem that your team has. That's not an issue for you. Survivability, on the other hand, is Gorn gets stunned again. He is somehow drawn to these stun circles. First rule of Heroes of the Storm. If you see a circle, run away from it. There are very, very few exceptions where a circle on the ground means something nice for you. Yeah, those are some good kills. Alright, Jimmy down, Greymane. Beasting it, literally. Yeah, Alex Straza and a few others, they provide some value when you see a circle on the ground for Sanctification, for example, too. But there are very, very few examples. 90% of the time, when you see a circle on the ground, fucking run away from it. Just like go. Just go and run away from it. It's, by the way, the 3rd Immortal now before We Showed Up. The 3rd one right there. So we got 6-4. Still the lead in experience. But now that both of these forts have taken a beating, top side and at the bottom of the map, I think this time their chances are that the Immortal is finally going to take one down. We're 12.5 minutes into the game. So slowly but steadily, we are looking at a bit of scaling Problematic is that nobody is pushing with it. The team is just now moving in, and they're still trying to take the Zagara creep tumors down, which is what we're currently seeing right there. First fort is down. You gotta give it to Zagara. She has been able to do a lot of damage to structures too. And it gets reflected as she dies in her siege damage. 84,000 has also some serious hero damage now. But of course, her stats get padded a little bit by her being able to fight against a melee character in a 1 versus 1 situation the entire time. So Arthur's is only 5,000, like he has nothing because he can't do anything to Zagara. He's just pretty much on cleanup duty at the top. They needed the janitor over here, honestly. They needed Leo in this game, just like cleaning up all this crap. But finally, Arthur's has a chance to shine, and he's just like, I'm helping! Takes the fort down. To be fair, he can make sure that there's not too much vision, not too many creep tumors, but obviously he can't really win that 1 versus 1 in any meaningful way if Zagara doesn't screw up, just simply because she can stay at a distance. What would be more advantageous for the blue team is if every now and then they would send someone in to really just like gank her. She doesn't really have a lot of hit points, so you want to take that down. Yeah, but now that both of those forts are down, you can obviously tell that safety is more of an issue for the Lambs. And they don't have fountains anymore outside of the keeps in the middle. Gorn, on the other hand, I mean, he gets just absolutely crushed over here. Gets absolutely crushed. Has massive problems on the setup. It's like the 5th time now that he falls. Now, he doesn't have the luxury of having Arthur together with him, and I think initially that must have been the plan here. 56,000 damage though from Li Ming. I mean, Li Ming is just carrying hard over here. Getting so much random damage out too. They can control Zagara a little bit better. Maybe just rotate every now Li Ming topside or someone else to take her down. That would really help them, I think. Are they trying to invade this? I'm not so sure about that. I mean, Arthur hasn't fallen yet, neither has Anna, but it's time for the Immortals again. Rotation topside already as they're getting ready for it. And there we go. Can he win this one? I mean, Jimmy's still dead. That's the main damage source against the Immortal. Okay, Robska is also getting eliminated. Uh-oh! Or maybe not. Okay. But that's at least a halftime show win for them right now. So that's exactly what they need. Zagara is still pushing top. Again, they're gonna keep her on the lanes the entire time. They're going to play a 4 versus 4, and they're going to let Zagara just push structures the entire game. Which kind of makes a little bit of sense, considering the strategy that they're obviously running here. But they still have to try and win those 4 versus 4 setups. And so far, it's not really happening. No, don't walk into it. Okay, jumps out. Oh, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 kills. The Lambs, ladies. Tacita 4s, but still, that's 3 down. Zagara took the top 4. That was a 5 versus 4 that they just won. And Zagara is just sitting there. Now, with her taking the fort down, let's not forget that has also a bit of a disadvantage for her, because now, without a Nidus, she has to go pretty deep if she wants to take these forts. What the fuck's happening here? Nano boosted Jimmy comes in and takes a kill with Anna against Greymane. They're pretty much winning with 2 heroes against the remaining players of the Lambs. No way. They are crushing! What the hell? Nano boosted Jimmy, you heard it here first. He's on a killing spree. Came in and he took no prisoners. They're still the lead in experience for the red team. 11 kills to 8. They're even ahead in kills. Zagara sitting at 135,000 damage. But Jimmy is just now going topside. The rest of the team is defending. I mean, this Immortal doesn't have no hit points. I think it's poked. They're going for Tacita. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's dead. And the doggy is also getting abused right here. Peter has been informed as usual. But they just don't care. They just don't care. Rhaegar lives don't matter to them. We called them so many times. We called them about Misha. We called them about Rhaegar. They just don't give a shit. Peter's just sitting there is like, you guys don't understand. Like, these animals aren't real. It's like, you take that back. You take that back right now. And they're done with Zagara. They're fucking done with her. They're 5-man to her and they're like, alright, let's just take her down. This is just too much. So Zagara is dead, 11 kills to 11 kills now, 19.5 on both sides. Top side Immortal didn't have any shields and gets now attacked, but at the bottom of the map, that's where we are now seeing a keep fall for sure. With 3 heroes down and only 2 surviving, trying to take the Immortal down. That keep has 0 defense. There's nothing here. So that one is about to go down, and yep, now the move up towards the top. Trying to get even a little bit more out of this. I mean, the Immortal is already down. If they can knock them down again, that would of course be great. Just get some staggered deaths here. Zagara is down for another 17 seconds. That gives you plenty of time to get a kill in. Ana, on the other hand, gets jumped. Not the good kind. Muradin goes in and goes straight in for the kill, so I don't think she enjoyed that. But Muradin with another Stormbolt. That's another one in. There's the ult. I'm not quite sure if that was really... Oh, Bloodlust! They're trying to run him down. And the double stun with the Stormbolt. They're really just trying to crush them here. But the sleep darts of Ana. Oh my god. Massive sleep setup here. Ana and Mal'Ganis helping out with that. But Mal'Ganis is still falling. Zagara is back. And you already guessed it. She's on the off lane pushing. Honestly, this feels a little bit like a quick match Zagara, but then to be fair, this is still Division 7, and especially at the beginning of the game, it did extremely well for them. But as I highlighted, if you don't have that second tank, you are going to be in trouble once it comes to those 5 versus 5 fights, and every single time that a late game Immortal is taken, you have to defend with the full force. Zagara is not going to be able to win that game by herself. She's going to be able to take those forts down, don't get me wrong, but once those forts are done, what are you doing? If you don't have Nidus, then you won't be able to really push that deep, and yeah, she needs to more Arthurs again. Because Arthur's connected the Howling Blast, Arthur has had the Frozen Tempest in, and simply said, I'm gonna get that. I don't know why he went for Frostburn Feats over here. He could have just gone into more Frozen Tempest setup to lock her down even more. But yeah, either way, it's working for them now. Yeah, early game Zagara is quite powerful. Late game Zagara, if you don't have a Nidus and you're trying to go for a global play, then you're in trouble. And again, Zagara isn't really the best hero in the first place. If you join the team fights and try to set something up with them more, then it's a bit of a different story. But the way that she's playing here doesn't really cater to a more style. It's pretty much what we need to highlight there. Arthas comes in, and again, 4 versus 4. There's the Bloodlust again. They're trying to go for Big Daddy Arthas, but he has the army out, locks them down with another Howling Blast. Zagara is trying to push the bot lane, so Jimmy comes in, turns into a 5 versus 4, and gets the insta-kill against Rhaegar. Dog's dead. Super Mage on his Muradin, barely jumping out. Arthas is still alive. Zagara still pushing the bottom of the map. Nephilim is also rotating away, but we don't have a second kill against the red team. Zagara is still trying to push over here. Starts to take some damage, but once that we're in the late game, those Immortals are scaling, and we are in the late game. So if you don't take a keep for this one, the Immortal is just going to rip you a new one. And now Li Ming comes in, says, you know what, you are dead. Or there's the Maw. Honestly, even with the Maw, she's gonna get that. Yeah. Cute. Cute that she thought she would actually get that kill. But I guess running away was not really an option there either. So now that the halftime show is won, as you can see, even with that Maw, that didn't really do a whole lot. At that point, it was just an easy kill. Bam, down, and Gucci. So now we have 13 kills to 14. Zagara down, Rhaegar about to come back, so it's 3 versus 4. At least Mal'Ganis was killed earlier again, which is pretty much his job in this game, if you're honest about it. He has 8 deaths already, but Jimmy comes in and takes the wolf down. Greymane dead. Nope, circles. Rule number 1. Run away from them. But that's a big boy Immortal. Look at that shield. That's 90% on the shield, guys. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Living without mana. Nephilim jumps over the wall without even realizing. It's like, no, mistakes were made. Rewind, rewind. It's not where I want to be. Those catapults alone are already murdering the top keep. Guys, this could very well be the end of this one. This is going to hurt. That's a big Immortal. That's 2 that are still dead. Yeah, that is not going to be an easy one in the slightest. Off we go. That should be game. That's a meme. I think they need you. I really think they need you. I think you should defend here. I don't really know if someone got mad and said like, I'm gonna do my own thing, you guys are stupid, I don't want to play with you. But whatever the reason is, she's kind of needed here. That core is already falling and Zagara isn't back yet. I think she's half-stoning as we speak, but Rhaegar is already dead and the Zagara defense is just a bit too late. That, ladies, is a 2-0 victory for we showed up against Lambs to the Slaughter in Division 7 of Heroes Lounge. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.